what do you think is most important, especially in the IELTS speaking part of that is cue card?
Okay, so the first and foremost, the most important thing is the way you talk. It has to be semi-formal. It has to be slightly casual, not too formal and not too informal. Yes,
Okay, hi
good to
Megha,
see
how are
you.
you? Nice to
I'm
meet
good.
you.
How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm great. How about you? Thank you for asking
I'm
me.
I'm doing very well. How was your day? How do you celebrate Diwali?
Yes, we do. I think everybody in India do celebrate Diwali, even if it is north or south,
Yes,
almost
but
every
some
place.
some people they don't out of choice. So I just
Oh.
normally ask first. So do you celebrate it?
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. It depends on the,
Mhm.
the which religion they belong to, obviously.
Correct. So how is the Diwali celebrations, festivities going on at your place?
It's really great. I live in
Mhm.
Gurgaon and it's very awesome, being here because
Mhm.
I think it's well celebrated over here rather than if you
Okay.
compare to the south where
Oh
I
wow.
hail from.
Okay. So where are you originally from?
I'm actually from Andhra Pradesh, which is in the
Okay.
south, and but
Yes.
I'm living currently in Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Okay. So that must be a completely different culture, right, for you? Moving from Andhra Pradesh to Gurgaon, I think the two cultures are completely different, or are there any similarities?
Obviously, it's different.
Okay.
It's
How I
completely
have I have no clue. I am a South Indian. I have lived here all my life. I am from Karnataka. So whatever I've seen about North India, right, whether it's Delhi, Gurgaon, it's just what Bollywood has fed to me. I don't have any experience,
different.
so I'm relying on you to tell me that.
Okay, fine. I think it's totally obviously, India is a diverse country, and you
Yes.
you get to see every religion at the same time. Not only
Mm-hmm.
religion, but kind of cultures and traditions
Yes.
followed. So there's a
Yes.
lot of difference if you just compare. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to individually talk and describe about each and every
Mm-hmm.
one, so that it'll be again some kind of a dispute if I start, figuring out and I tell like this is what I like and this is I dislike about them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what I like basically in the North culture is like obviously festivals is one of the
Mm-hmm.
common things that we celebrate, and
Okay.
here Diwali is well celebrated, and I
Good.
think everyone knows it's Diwali. Diwali is, it's a festival of lights that
Yeah.
we term it as. But then
Yeah.
also there's a kind of joy everywhere. There's a kind of
Yes.
happiness. So
Yes.
I can find them in their faces, and once a year
Mm-hmm.
this comes. So people
Mm-hmm.
welcome their friends.
Mm-hmm.
They give gifts. So
Yes.
this is kind of something which is really important in life. Don't you think so?
Very true. Absolutely, right? Every day it's just the mundane things that we do, right? Life really gets monotonous. It's just work and home, work and home. And every once in a while we have Diwali and Eid or any festival like that. So it sparks things up. So it's time to take things up a notch. We, meet our family, our friends, our houses all decked up. So it's a different spirit. That festival vibe is very different and it's also very important, I guess.
Yeah, festivals also do come,
Mhm.
especially, for one
Yeah.
reason, that is cleaning up house. I
I
really
couldn't
feel
have
this
said
is
it
so
any
important
better.
because there are a
Yeah.
lot of things which are cluttered
Mhm.
everywhere, and you need to
Correct.
declutter sometimes.
Yes.
And also
Yes.
you have to clean up not
Hmm.
only your houses but also your heart sometimes. So I
Wow,
say
that's such a beautiful way to put it.
that's really important.
Hmm.
So this festival will bring all kind of happiness and the kind of spirit that you know uh, might be
Hmm.
surrounds you. That's
Yes.
so good.
Yeah, it's in the air.
Yeah, you can feel it literally.
Absolutely. That's so
And
true.
basically, why I have scheduled your class is because
Mhm.
even I'm an IELTS trainer. So I
Okay,
hope I've
amazing.
checked your profile and
Mhm.
it says
All
that you
right.
are also a trainer and you have
Yes.
been, doing IELTS so far. So
Yes.
how is your
Yes.
journey about IELTS? Tell me.
With IELTS, okay, so it's like up and down. Mostly, it's been really good. The way we interact with students, every day it's a learning experience for both the student and us. The kind of questions that we tackle, the logical bend of mind that we have, it keeps getting sharpened. Yeah, and that being said, we also meet different sorts of people. I think being an IELTS trainer yourself, you must have encountered all sorts of students, right? Some are extremely diligent. You give them one homework and they'll finish it on that day. They'll submit. They're like, ma'am, evaluate and all. And
Yeah.
then there are others you literally have to, get behind their backs, like do it, do it, do it. So yeah, it's a good mix of both kind of experiences. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So are you a freelancer or do you work with someone else? Like,
I am tied with an institute. I haven't started freelancing yet, though I am contemplating that now. Uh, but right now I'm tied with an institute.
oh, okay.
Yes.
So
What
did you
about
do
you?
any certification for this or like,
Yes. Yeah, I did a certification for it. It was a training for almost 2.5 months, including the training, the internal evaluations, the external evaluations. It took me around 2.5 to 3 months. And I also have done it from IDP also. So both. I think IDP are aware, right? It's there on their website. You can just go click
obviously it's
and
one of
enroll
the,
yourself.
yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
the organizers which conduct the IELTS test,
correct.
International
So
Development Program, and also
yes,
British Council BC.
correct. So right
I've
now
been
it's
doing it
just
from
via.
7 years. So
Sorry.
I've been doing it from 7 years. I'm an IELTS trainer from
Wow,
past
that's
7 years.
commendable. So how is your journey so far?
Yeah, it's really great. It's amazing. And I
Mhm,
have to say that seriously, I
mhm,
didn't think that I would be an IELTS trainer or I might be a
mhm.
trainer. So I would
Okay.
enter into teaching industry.
Yes.
So I always thought like I have to be a civil
Mhm.
engineer or might be a quantity
Okay.
surveyor, which
All
completely
right.
different from this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Totally.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. But back then, this was the only opportunity which was available in my hometown.
Okay.
So I need to choose
Okay.
it.
So this is like meant to be for you, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
And are you?
it's really helpful because even
Mhm.
during the pandemic time, I can
Yeah.
still continue my career and
Yes.
I can just I've continued with the institution also. I've done my freelancing thing, so it's really great opportunity to be on this.
Very good. Yeah, it's like a blessing. This online work from home things. It's truly like a blessing these days because sometimes I think about it. What if I had to go to a institute yet? If I had to go to an institute and during this pandemic situation, everything was shut down. So when I think about it, I feel terrified, and then I feel so grateful that we have so many of these, online mediums like Zoom and Skype and so many things. So it's great.
Okay, tell me your views about like what do you
Mhm.
think that's most important, especially in the speaking module?
Yeah.
So, what do you think is most important, especially in the IELTS speaking part two, that is Q card?
Okay, so the first and foremost, the most important thing is the way you talk. It has to be semi-formal. It has to be slightly casual, not too formal and not too informal. So most of the students, once they get intimidated by the examiner or when you ask them questions, right, they start talking in a textbook sort of a way, as if they are reading from a textbook. There's no expression, and it's very basic vocabulary. They're trying not to make mistakes and it comes across as very mechanical. But in IELTS, what they're searching for is how comfortable you are with the English. So once you go abroad, you have to talk with native speakers, right? The
Yeah,
students, and they have to gel there. So first of all, the manner with which you speak, and second most important thing is the ability to think on your feet. Because as you are aware, the Q card round, they have to tackle any topic from
yeah.
around the world, right? Any abstract topic. So the ability to think on your feet and generate ideas quickly within 1 minute and speak about it uninterrupted for 2 minutes. So that is a little challenging, what
Okay.
I feel.
This reminds me of another question.
Mhm.
So, as you said, 1 minute is so important, and one
Yeah,
in that 1 minute you have to prepare. So
very
once
true.
you get the cue card and they'll give
Mhm.
you a piece of paper and also pen
Yes.
to note down. So what do you think that they need to note down? Should they use that paper or like I
Of
don't think that.
course, of course, they have to. I think it's always the best. Some students are very good with visualization. They don't really have to jot down points. They can think about it and speak. But for beginners, we normally suggest make pointers. Don't write full sentences of what you're going to speak, right? So that once you glance on your cue card, you know what you have to talk about. Yeah, just quickly make pointers. There'll be prompts, right? There are going to be cues on the cue card. So just for each cue, make like 2 3 pointers that you have to talk, a couple of words that you want to use. Okay, and just keep that ready. And once your 2 minute begins, obviously they're not allowed to look at the cue card constantly and talk. It's just a glance, like 1 2 seconds. Okay, next word, next word. So it helps. Yeah, but if a student has reached that level of fluency and is quite advanced, then visualization works. Not everyone needs the cue card. They can just think about it and
Imagine
speak
and
at
they
length.
can speak.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, then tell me one thing, like, is it really sufficient or enough? Just the 1 minute that we get, is it really enough to practice and to understand the question?
Yes, yes, it is enough because see, IELTS is testing whether they can fit into that native English speaking country, right? And when we are communicating right now, you're asking me questions, right? And I have to be spontaneous with my answers. I don't have that much time to think and prepare and all that. So
Absolutely.
similarly, I once they go to the foreign country, they're not going to get even a minute to prepare. It's going to be all quick conversations. So yes, 1 minute they have to be able to think quickly and generate valid points.
Obviously, even while they're talking, they can generate their ideas in their mind. Obviously, that is what they have to do.
Yes,
Literally,
yes,
while they're talking, they need to think about
mhm,
the next sentence that they have to speak. So probably,
absolutely. That 1 minute is crucial because here other factors also come into play, right? Your usage of uncommon lexical items, the usage of idioms and phrases, and XYZ things. So all of this can be a little taxing in that moment. So the 1 minute is very crucial, I feel. I don't think more than that is necessary. 1 minute is perfectly fine.
okay. So what are the other tips that you can give, especially, to
Mhm,
tackle the speaking part too, apart from, practicing the 1 minute and
mhm.
also uh, talking spontaneously and talking endlessly for 2 minutes? So what are the
Yes.
other points that you can, suggest?
Okay, so most people say that in order to improve your speaking skills, you have to be a very good reader. But not reading is not something that suits everyone, right? And not everybody has that kind of time to invest in novels and big, big books. So I personally feel like listening to good English content, accurate English content, will help you to subconsciously, register certain words, certain sentence structures in your mind, so that
Yeah,
eventually, when you keep hearing it over and over again, it becomes a part of your language. We won't even realize it. So
yeah,
it must have happened with you. Like you watched a great movie, okay, and you're so invested in that character. Once the movie ends, you start talking like that character. You have that vibe of the
yeah,
character, no?
yeah,
So similarly, it has a similar kind of effect. Listen to good English content,
yeah.
podcasts, interviews, whatever interests you, and be consistent with your practice. So that will help
Even
in
it
speaking
literally
for sure.
happened with me that
Mhm.
when I teach, even I just play the listening
Sure.
audios, right? And when we
Correct.
play
Yes.
the audios, so
Yeah.
after 5 classes,
Hmm.
I almost get to, speak along with the audio. Like when the audio is running, I just
Hmm.
say the same thing. So
Yes.
it's like,
Yes.
you get to have that hang once you
Yeah.
listen, right? uh,
Absolutely.
repeatedly, not like once or
Yes.
twice, but repeatedly. If you start listening to
Repeatedly.
content, you will get the sentence structure, which is really important in IELTS, because
Correct.
obviously, when it comes
Mhm,
to IELTS speaking, you need to make
mhm.
complex sentences, not simple sentences.
Correct. It has to be a good mix of both, actually. So it's very crucial.
So you need to manage everything, your, as you
Yeah.
said, your
Mhm,
lexicality, which is nothing but using
mhm.
uncommon lexical items, on
Correct.
top of it, idiomatic language. So apart
Yeah.
from that, again, coming to
Mhm.
grammar, which is very important in
Yeah.
speaking
Yes,
as well as
it's a
writing.
band descriptor. So it's very important, right? 25% of your score depends on that. So they have to be very accurate with their grammar. So that
Yes,
is also important.
people
Yeah.
don't, think they don't have, they
Mhm.
don't give much importance to pronunciation as well and how
Mhm.
well they enunciate, because even that is
Yeah.
important. That is also one of your band descriptors.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I feel one has
Mhm.
to, even target that as well. So if you're
Very
learning
true.
a new word, it doesn't mean that, you just learn the word, the meaning of it, and the use of it in sentence. You should also learn
Yeah.
the pronunciation.
Yes, the pronunciation, even the connotation, like some words have a negative connotation to them, some have positive. So you have to understand in which context is that word being used. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes students mistake pronunciation for accent and they try to speak in a British accent or an American accent. They think that is pronunciation, but that's not right. No?
We
Indian
have our
accent is
Indian
good
English.
enough. Yeah,
English.
that is very good. Yeah, it's the clearest accent there is. So, yeah, so that they have to be very clear with initially.